Okay, hello everyone. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. So thank you, Pamela. You're the #1 viewer right now. Okay, I think I will going to give some prizes today. Okay, good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Philippines. So right now it's 5:31 p.m. here in California. And thank you for tagging all those people. Yes. Please tag your friends, your families, because this will be a good conversation or good presentation right now, webinar. And for sure, this will be a good opportunity to everyone. Okay, so yes, good evening, Greta. Hello. Uh, hello, Mandy. Okay, thank you for tagging. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Rowena. Yes, thank you if you can hear me. Okay. Gope Geronimo. Yeah, Felma. Okay. And thank you, Greta. Okay, Pamela. Yes, I'm going to give some giveaways or prize today. So whoever's stay, until the end, I will give maybe like 3 prizes today. Okay, so let's start. And I don't want to waste, everybody's time. And uh, first of all, if you are my student, if you are an Amazon student, eBay student, FBMP student, please comment hashtag Amazon, hashtag eBay, hashtag FBMP. And if you are newbie, hashtag newbie. Okay, so and then later on, yeah, I will throw some questions there and I will pick, winners today. Okay. Oh, Anita is here. Hello, Anita. Yes, wait, Anita, because we have a good topic today. Okay? Ayan. So, hashtag Amazon. Yes, we have a lot here. We have newbie. Okay, the comments are so fast. Okay. So, Mondehar is newbie also. Zarlene is also newbie. Okay, we have a lot of Amazon students here. Amazon. Yes, Amazon. Cherry is newbie. Okay, FBMP. Okay, Lors is newbie also. Anita is newbie. Ian is newbie. Yes, a lot of newbie. Okay, Aweng is newbie. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so what is Amazon arbitrage? Okay, let me hide this first. Okay, so this topic today, we will talk about Amazon arbitrage for virtual assistants. So for those people that don't know what is VA, so virtual assistant, and for sellers. Okay. Okay, so what to expect in this webinar? You will learn what is arbitrage. So why Amazon? What is Amazon VA tasks? What are the Amazon virtual assistant tasks, can you sell on Amazon even you are not in the US? So this is very, good opportunity even you are in the Philippines. So later on, I will show, wherever you are, whatever country you are, you can sell now in Amazon USA. And then how to start. Okay, so first of all, what is arbitrage? So arbitrage refers to the act of buying products in your local retailer stores and then selling those same products through online marketplace places for a profit. The most reliable source of products is generally the clearance racks of stores like Walmart, Home Depot, and Target. Okay, so I will talk more in English because we have like a international audience also here. Okay, and this is also a practice to everyone. Okay, so online arbitrage. So how to do that? So like what I said, this is buying low. You can buy it online or in the retail store, and then resell it or sell it in a high price. Okay. So why Amazon? So why we need to be in Amazon? Even you are a virtual assistant, and even if you have, ability, to invest into something or to be a seller, why you need to be in the Amazon? So selling on Amazon, you can reach a far larger customer base than found on any of the other e-commerce platform. So even more exciting is the fact that you can potentially make more money by doing less work. So like me, I have Amazon store, but you know people actually some of my our VAs are asking me, coach, are you still sleeping? Are you still doing your business in Amazon? Or you know why I still have time? Because in Amazon you can automate that. Like me, like this, I have time in in teaching, in doing webinars, talking to the clients, teaching VAs, and also I do also in my side my business, in Amazon. Once you already know how to do it, you can just let it sit there and then wait for the sales. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here right now. I have time to talk to you, to share this webinar, and also I have more time, in my family. So that's the good, the benefits of having an Amazon account, or having a business in Amazon. So in Statista estimates the number of Amazon.com customers at 237 million. So imagine that you don't need to have traffic to get sales, because Amazon already have daily buyers in their website. So people spend a lot of money on Amazon.com, and the amount of money they spend is increasing fast. Especially right now, we are in the pandemic. You're still in the pandemic. People now are buying more online, and of course, Amazon is it's already established brand or a store. So that's why they already know, oh, you need that, go to Amazon because it's fast shipping. You can get that next day or 2-day delivery, and also actually it's so good, how they also pack and take care your product. And then Amazon.com reported a revenue, the total amount of money it earns from sales, of 81.76 billion in June this year. So in June last year, Amazon.com's revenue was 66.85 billion according to Y charts. Okay, so that's why we just need to be in this big, company, and that is the good thing, because Amazon opened their marketplace for us, to the third party sellers. Okay, so what are the tasks of an Amazon virtual assistant? Okay, so number one, so we are talking arbitrage, okay? So uh, because Amazon have different business models. So right now we are focusing in arbitrage. So as a Amazon arbitrage VA, what we are doing is product research. So this is the life of the the business. Because if you don't have the right product, you know, product that sells and product that have a good profit. So that's why it's very important that you have, you master this product research. And the number two, purchasing. So we have VAs that they do product research, and then later on they will buy that deals online. And then managing and the inventories and replenishment. So that's the total, or the complete package of arbitrage VA. So why there's no order fulfillment, why there's no customer service, because Amazon, what we do in arbitrage is FBA. So FBA, okay. So this is my first question. So whoever answered this question will have a prize from me. So what is FBA? So answer now. Comment what is FBA. Okay, whoever's the first will answer my question. What is FBA? Okay, let's see. Okay, what is FBA? Okay, let's see. Okay, I will take a picture. Who is the first? Okay. Okay, time's up. Who is the winner? Okay. So FBA means Mandy is the winner. Okay. So Mandy said fulfilled by Amazon. Okay, so later on, I will give you the prize. So thank you very much and congratulations, Mandy. Yes. So let's go back again. So FBA means fulfilled by Amazon. So okay, let's go back. Okay. Back. Okay, so why we, again, the like what I'm saying, why we don't, so why in Amazon arbitrage we don't do the order fulfillment and customer service? Because we do FBA. So we ship and pack the products to Amazon. So all packages, okay, all the products, in we will put it in a box. So for example, 30 units in one box. So we will ship that to Amazon. And then once we ship that, we will just wait that our items or our products will be live in Amazon. And then Amazon, will sell that. Once they check already everything, they will sell that in Amazon. And then whoever, buy that. So for example, Greta buy product in my store. So Amazon will pack and ship that to ship to Greta. Okay, so that's how FBA what they call this means. Okay, so again, so okay, so again, the arbitrage VA, the Amazon arbitrage VA, we only do product research, purchasing, and managing the inventories and replenishment. Okay, so next, so how to do that? Okay, so you can see here, so in the left side, so you can see here, this is the product that from Walmart. Okay, so for example, in a retailer store, so you can see here, we can buy this $3.23, and we can sell this in Amazon. You can see here, the price is 13.88. So you can see already, but this is 2 pieces, okay? So actually, I'm sorry. No, so this is 500 and this is 375. So I just noticed it, no? So just make sure, that just make sure that you are looking with the same item, okay? But let's say that this is 375, pieces or count. So for example, we will buy this two pieces and resell it, in Amazon in the price of 13.88. Okay, so how much is that? So let's say this is $6 and 46 cents. So minus the the pack and ship fees and referral fees of Amazon. So that will be your profit. So you can see here, so $6 your investment, resell it to Amazon for 13.88 and minus the expenses, and that will be your profit. So that's how the arbitrage and selling to Amazon. Okay, so if you have any question later on, we will go over there. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, you know. So countries allowed to sell on Amazon. Okay, so I will discuss this. So in Amazon, okay, we are divided into different group. So if you live in one of the countries below, so you need to use your local information, including bank details for the deposit method, credit card number, address, and telephone number. And you can set up a US-based seller central account. So if you are here, from Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, China, and then here, you can see here, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, India, Ireland, Italia, Latvia, here, it's so hard to pronounce, Lithuania, Morocco, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Philippines. Okay, a lot of here are from the Philippines. So you can create and sell uh, on Amazon, with with your local information. Poland, Romania, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Switzerland, United Kingdom, and United States. Okay, so why I'm sharing this, because this is already, this is already proven, because like last time, my webinar, I have family and friends, that they are in the Philippines, in Malaysia, and also in Canada, where they created their Amazon Seller Central, and now they are selling on in the US, marketplace. Okay, so that's why, I'm sharing this opportunity to everyone, because if you are looking for something, that you can, do right now during the pandemic, imagine how big is the Amazon and the potential that you can have, on selling in Amazon. Okay, in group B or the other group, if you are country live in the listed below, use local information to set up as a US-based seller central account. However, you must use the third-party services to receive payment from Amazon. So the third-party services that you can use in payment is the Pioneer. Okay, so actually for all the I know some of the freelancers here already have the Pioneer. Okay, so that's why you still can, you can use that, in application of your Amazon Seller Central account. So if you are in Albania, Argentina, Bangladesh, Brazil, Cambodia, Colombia, Indonesia, Israel, I know I have like a student before that she said that she wants to, to apply or to sell on Amazon from Israel. Japan, Jordan, Malaysia, Mexico, Nepal, Russia, South Africa, South Korea, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, and Vietnam. Okay. Yeah, so that's why actually I have last batch, they are really interested in selling in Amazon. So that's why here, I will not share this if I didn't, I didn't try it, and I did a case study with my friends and my families in the Philippines, so that's why I know that this is real. This you can do this, even you are in the Philippines or in the other country. Okay. Okay, so how to start? Okay, so how to start? So of course, you need to um, master or be an expert product researcher. So so of course, because me, that is also my experience. I become a VA first of my own store. And because before I have my own store, I practice, or and also, I apply and have clients, in Amazon, because that's how you learn more. That's how you master how to handle the store. So that's why, if you really want to be an Amazon seller, start, be an expert, in product research. And that's the good thing, because you know, uh, right now, if you are already a virtual assistant, that is good, because the more you practice your skills, the more it's very easy for you, to know everything. You know, this is what I want to, emphasize and tell to everyone, that be an Amazon virtual assistant of your own business. So like me, when I started to have my Amazon, of course I will not hire VA for my store. So I do my product research, so I will not pay anyone, you know and the same thing, while I'm doing my Amazon business, I have this in the side, clients. So of course, if I have clients, I am making money from my client. That's the money that I can reinvest, or I can add to my business. Okay, so that's why it's very important. And actually, this is what I'm going to share to you. I started my Amazon, business in $150. So I'm not lying, and I want to share to everyone, the example, or the actual, account that I have. No, so you can see here, uh, so 2020, you know, April, May. I started in May. So you can see here 0, 1,000, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K. So I started this account in $150. Okay? So in $150, you can see it's very slow. But you can see it started to, you know, to increase, my sales. Because what I'm doing is I'm reinvesting and add more inventories, to my Amazon store. And you can see, that the growth, how it become, you know, uh, help me, to grow and be more established, my Amazon Seller Central. Okay, so like what I said, I'm always transparent here. I will only share something that, I always do, or I experience myself, so that's why, if I can do it and other can do it, you can do that also. And like what I said, you can start in a small investment. But the only thing is, you need to make sure that you know what you are doing. Okay? So that's why, like what I said, start to be expert in product research. Okay, so that's why, this is actually, we have a group in Amazon, in my Amazon students, in my training. and I'm pushing them. You know, to you know to to master their skills, and later on, to be a seller also, because this opportunity, maybe it will not, will be gone next year, or you know in a few years, because uh yeah, because we don't know. Right now we are still in the pandemic, so that's why what we have right now. And if you are already working as an Amazon's, a virtual assistant, this is also opportunity for you, that to continue and do your work and master that, and then later on be an Amazon seller. Okay, so like this, I will show you. So if you can see here, so this is Eva Guru. So this is my repricer. So you can see here just a projection, So for example, your cost of goods is 2,218. So that's how much you spend for your inventories. Okay? So the total sales, for example, in this month is 5,287. And then your profit is 1,148.73. So you can see here, in 5,000 sales, the revenue, so minus the total cost of goods, so you can see it's like 50% profit already. Okay? So that's why it's so good to be, to sell on Amazon. Because you can see here the percentage, so that's why actually in our training, we what we do in our product research, it should have like 30% ROI. Of course, it depends to the monthly sales, so that's why you can see here, the profit here that, we get here is like 50% ROI. Okay, I hope everyone is following me. Okay. Okay, so I think I can check now, or we can open the floor for question and answer. So you guys have a questions? Okay. Hmm. Okay, let me check. Okay, questions? Okay, questions. Any questions about? Okay. No question? Okay, let me check my phone because I cannot see any question in the comment here. Okay, waiting for the questions. Let me know if you have any question, and I will answer those questions. Okay. Okay, so I have one here. Okay, Karen said, paano po coach yung prep center or fulfillment center kung dito sa Pinas magiging seller? Okay, good question, Karen. Okay, let me show you. Okay. Okay, let me share another screen. Okay, here. Okay. So she's asking about the prep center. Yes, so that is the big question. And that's right. Thank you for that question, Karen. So that is the good thing because, that is also one of my my business right now. So I'm also helping, my clients. We have clients in UK, in also in local in the US also, but different state. Okay, so they hire or they get our services, our prep service. So we have here, I'm offering now also a prep, reps and services. So if you can see here, yeah, we have pricing here that is very low, per unit. You can spend like 50 cents per unit, and then we will just charge, like bundles. For example, like multi-pack, like what I showed in the presentation, like the two q-tips, so you need to put it all together. So that's what we're going to do. So we will put that in the bag, together. So when Amazon will ship that to the customer, it it's already ready there. So they will just put that in the box and ship to the customer. Yeah, so actually here, I will show you. I we do this with my husband. So yeah, you can see here, uh, we are really growing because before we started a few boxes, and then later on, weekly, we ship like 30 plus boxes weekly. Sometimes it like 40 boxes weekly. Yeah, so that is also a help, to everyone, because if you will go to the other prep center that are big, you it's like there's no, it's so hard because you don't know them personally, unlike me, because me, I'm so, I'm very, personal, you know I want it always personal touch. You can message me, I will, show you and tell you, oh, this is what I receive. If I have, things that I saw that this is damaged, I will tell you, so you can refund that, request a refund to your supplier, because I don't want, and I don't want to, to lose any money to in your business, or in our business. So that's why, if you want to start, selling in Amazon, I will make sure that I can help you. I will take care those inventories and make sure to ship those items to Amazon. Okay, thank you for that question, Karen. Okay, so Nancy, so, hi, Coach. On the webinar next week, will you discuss about the step-by-step process of setting up on Amazon store? Yes, yes, that's right. So actually, uh, let me show again. Okay. Yes. So actually, yes, we have Amazon for beginners, FBA online arbitrage paid webinar. Okay, so if you really want to know step by step, the roadmap, how to sell on Amazon, arbitrage business model. So you can join us next week. Okay, it only costs like 500 pesos or $15, um, in US currency or dollar currency. So actually, sino nga ba yung nanalo? Okay, so like si Medi, congratulations. So you will have one slot in this paid webinar. So later on, we will contact you, to know your information. So you will join us next week, in our paid webinar. And for sure, you will learn a lot here. Okay? Okay, Coach, if ever ang seller of Pilipinas, you need to puban tax info. Okay, so that's good question. Okay, so for starting, you don't need to have tax or EIN immediately. So you can start selling with your personal account because Amazon will be the one who going to collect the tax in the customer. Okay? So if you want to grow, like for example, your store is already growing and you want to do it, in a wholesaling, you want to buy more inventories, because that's how you grow your business. If for example in retailer, because in retailer they only have like a limited stocks that you can buy. So for example in Target, you can only a maximum of 12. Okay? So of course, Amazon, they want to sell you sell more, in Amazon. So of course, if you want to grow, you need the wholesale suppliers, no, that you can buy like a hundreds, of inventories. And then that's the time that you need a tax uh, LLC or EIN, or reseller permit. So, but about your question, you don't need to have EIN in the beginning. So you can start like what I said in the first part. If you are in the Philippines, in Canada, you will just need to add your local information. No, so for example, Pamela, you will add your local information in the Philippines, your address in the Philippines, your tax also, your personal bank account, your credit card. So everything will be local information. Okay? Okay. So what if newbie lang, no background, and zero knowledge? Is it okay? So Malen, like what I said, you need to master or be expert in product research, no? So that's why if you want to know or to learn uh, about Amazon, arbitrage. Okay, let me share also again my screen, the other window. Okay, so here we also have trainings, okay, courses. So what's the difference, no? So this is not only videos, that you will watch, but you will have experience, in using our paid software, no, so that is a part of your training, and you will do, the actual tasks or the actual work daily. So that is the part of our course here or our training. So what are the training coverage? So here, this Amazon arbitrage, training, this is for sellers and virtual assistant. Okay, so you will learn what is arbitrage, what is Amazon FBA, what are the fees to sell on Amazon. Of course, you need to know what are the fees that, Amazon will take, in your sales. So what is buybacks, navigating of Seller Central, how to apply Walmart tax exempt. So like in the question of Pamela, on the start you don't need this, because you can create Walmart account, in your personal information, no, and I will teach you also how to do that, so introduction of product sourcing, so manual sourcing, so when you're starting. But like what I said, if you are Amazon VA, you can already you are already master in your product research. You will learn also how to use SAS. So this is what we are using, how to read Kipa. So we have partner in UK and we do training also, so if you will enroll in this training, you will not only learn the US marketplace but also the UK marketplace. So reverse sourcing, how to do purchasing, how to list items in Seller Central, how to send shipment on Amazon. So preparing your items to ship on Amazon, setting up your repricing tool, we use Eva Guru, restocking and sending replenish, introduction of wholesale suppliers. So this is where you need to have EIN or LLC and reseller permit. So how to find suppliers, wholesale suppliers, how to apply, find and apply wholesale suppliers, validating products from wholesale suppliers, and then bundles. Okay, so we have also bonus. So this will be a 1 month free access of paid softwares like SAS and Kipa, and then 2-in-1 training. So you will be trained in US and UK marketplace, and you can have lifetime support with the trainers and the opportunity to get hired with our clients. No, because we have like we have students, that after the UK training, automatic they get hired. Okay, so that's why, you know uh and this is very, very low price. So actually right now, if you will message us, inquire us, I can give you 30%. 30%. Let me see. Okay, 30%, sige. 30% discount. Okay, only today. Okay? Only today we will give you 30% discount in this training. Okay? Okay, so Mert Lides. Okay, so bali po, we do the purchasing from Walmart, for example, then have it forward to your prep center. Yes, yes. So you will buy products in your supplier like Walmart, Target, different supplier, and then you will ship it to my address. And then I will wait that it will be completed, or if there is enough unit that I can put in a box, and then I will ship that into Amazon. Okay, so Z, hi. Okay, so how to start? Yes, yeah. So message us and ask today, about the discount. So we will give you 30% discount. Okay, Karen said thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So Mandy, don't forget to message us to receive your prize. Okay. So coach, meron din bang last delivery? Is it refundable? Lost delivery. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So better, actually here, because all the products here are, like insured. So if you didn't receive your products, or it they will refund or replace your items or your orders. Okay, so what if wala sa list of country na nabanggit? How possible na maging seller? Okay, so for that, actually we have another group for that, no? But I will share that only in our paid webinar. Okay? So Mondehar, if you want to learn more, so you can join in our paid webinar. Okay, Pamela said thanks. So how much po your training? Okay, so if you are newbie, you really want to know if Amazon is for you, try to join first in our paid webinar. Okay, because I don't want you guys, to spend money and you will not do the training. Okay, because this is not refundable. And I just want to make straight to you, okay? Because, we do the training, and your part, is to do the task daily. Because if not, how you can get clients? Because that is our goal, for you to have clients after the training. Okay, so that's why we don't want to waste your money, and we don't want also to waste our time. So that's why it's better, if you want to know more or to try if Amazon is for you, join first in our paid webinar. Okay? Ayan. Pamela said, enroll na po ko ngayon, coach. Sige, see you soon. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, here, Mabel said, how about coach, kung nag-return ng buyer from Amazon, how does it work? Okay, so for the returns, so um, you will set up, or Amazon also will ask you to set up your return address. So the returns, so for example, Mabel, you are the, the seller. So if you are a seller, you need to set up your return address. So I know Mabel is from Canada. So for example, Mabel, I'm your prep center. So you will put my address as your returns address, in your return address. So all the returns of your customer will go back, or will return to my address. And this is what I'm doing, because I check again if the item is still in a good condition. I will resend that again to Amazon, because we don't want to lose money here. That's why if if the product is still good, I will just reship that to Amazon. So it will, it can be a money again. Okay? Okay. More question. So we still have like 13 minutes. Yeah, so that's the good thing, because I'm also a seller. That's why I know the struggles and the hardship of a seller. And I'm also a virtual assistant. So I know also, the feeling of being a virtual assistant. So that's why I am, you know, and I know, if ever there are someone here that I'm, I'm already helping in the prep center, I always give tips, and I always tell them, don't buy this because this is big. Don't buy this because this is heavy. Because I want you to be successful also, and the other prep center will not do that. They don't care about what you are shipping, you're shipping to their address, or to their warehouse, no. But for me, because this is a help, I want to help you, although of course you need to pay me, you know as a return of my work. But I make sure also that I will not I will not let you lose money, because I know how hard, to earn money as a virtual assistant and also a seller. No, so that's why you will get my 101% uh care, to your business. Okay, so coach, yung graduates po ba pwede mag-enroll again since wala pang scope yung training before the seller's training? Okay. So so actually yung mga graduates last year, that's why I come up, or I created this paid webinar para sa inyo. Because I don't want you guys to to enroll again, no. So the other things that is not there in your course last year, you will hear that, and you will get that in the paid webinar. So kasi nagwo-work na kayo, 'di ba? May ka na, may client ka na. You just need to learn the roadmap. Okay? So kaya wag ka na mag-enroll, okay? Mag-attend ka na lang ng paid webinar, no? Because you can go back there again pag ready ka nang maging seller. Okay? So Coach Divine, can I enroll in your apprenticeship program if I enroll po last batch ninyo ng FBA? Okay. So Ella, thank you. Yeah, so I'm so sorry, of leaving the other company. Yes, no, even though because it's very different, the curriculum that we have right now. And like what I said, our training is very hands-on, because you're going to use our paid uh, software. No, so yes, so you can enroll, but again, I don't want you to spend a lot of money, you know. So try muna, try to join in the paid webinar, or if you really want to experience the training that we have, yes, you are welcome, and let me know. I will give you a discount, so it will not cost too much for you. No, because like what I said, my purpose here is to help you guys. No, I will not, this is already a seller, course, but I will not, I will not increase this amount in 10,000 or 20,000, no? Because like what I said, my purpose is to help you guys, not to take advantage or, singilin kayo ng mahal. Okay? Okay. Okay, siya. I hope I answered your question, no? So, kita tayo sa sa webinar. Okay, hello Rose. Been a long time, ha. Okay, so Salum, one-time enrollment lang po ba coach ang reseller ng Amazon? Yes, this is a one-time enrollment, but but yearly you need to renew, or extend your access to our website or in the course, because I will make sure that I will update videos there, so yeah, it's very little, ano lang, fee to renew yearly. Okay, coach, pwede po bang mag-apply apprenticeship? Okay. Maytel, right now, we don't have right now clients kasi in on eBay, no, and we have a lot, we are more on Amazon right now. Okay, coach, enroll po ako sa Amazon. Yes, Lynn, yeah, message us and we will give you more details about the training. Okay, I mean seller. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, it's a one-time payment for this, and then you will just renew this yearly. Okay, more questions? Okay, actually, for those who are already VA of the other platform, try the Amazon also, because right now, Amazon is more, is more in demand right now. Actually, in Amazon, you can also do Amazon dropshipping. This is aside, this is aside from Amazon arbitrage. So like this one, actually I separate now the training in Amazon dropshipping and Amazon arbitrage, because they are different business model. Okay, so that's why if you want to learn about dropshipping, Amazon dropshipping, you can also enroll here. And the same thing also, we have a one-on-one training on this, that you will use our paid tool, all paid software, and then we have also job opportunities here. Yeah, because like us here in the US, we have clients that are also selling in Amazon, and their business model is drop shipping. So the same thing also in Amazon arbitrage. We have also clients here in the US and also in the UK. Okay, so but again, it really depends to you, how you are doing or how you are serious in the training, because we have a lot of, students na, they, I don't know if they just, nasanay lang sila sa pagwa-watch lang ng videos, okay? But here, this is already an actual work. You will do product research daily, okay? We have also meeting or, training, So that's why you need to show us that you are serious, and you need to show us that you are doing your task, okay? Because how we can, recommend you to the client if you are not doing your job, okay? So that's why in the training pa lang, you need to show us how you are serious, and how you're a dedicated and hardworking person. Okay, so what if we are Amazon batch 1 and wanted to become an Amazon seller? Do we need to enroll? Okay, so Tadeo, I said, you don't need to enroll. Just join in our paid webinar because that is for you sa mga last year students ko, no? Because ito na yung roadmap eh, you know, in the webinar, in the paid webinar. So I don't want you to spend again. No, so that's why just join in our paid webinar. So 500 lang 'yon, okay? Instead of $100. Okay? So where to enroll for Amazon course and apprenticeship. Okay, Riza, please message us and we will send you the ano the details. Okay, so coach, paano po ang Amazon? How po mag-enroll? Yeah, Maytel message us, no, and we will give you details about this. Okay. So, may FBM course din po ba kayo, coach, na kasamang training? Yes, we have. We still have the Facebook Marketplace and Facebook Shop. Actually, I will update this also. This is also for sellers, no, and virtual assistant. Okay, and we have here, because last year we also have other paid webinars, so you can access that here, you can purchase that here in our website, and we will give you access. And also for everyone that you don't want e-commerce, we have the freelancing virtual assistant course. Okay, so if you want, because this is the foundation, on how to work from home as a freelancer. So let us know and we will, give you also the details of this course. Okay, so Tadeo, thank you. Okay, so if no more question, okay, let me finish my my presentation. Okay. Okay, so I just want to share or leave this verse to everyone. In Proverbs 16 verse 3, commit to the Lord whatever you do and he will establish your plans. No, so I always remember, when I came here in the US, my prayer was, Lord, give me like $300. So actually, I think $200 to send, for my family in the Philippines. And I become more, when I came here, I'm more become, you know, um, you know, everything that I'm planning, I always make sure to ask God if this is, his will and is this good, and then, you know, I saw how God moves in my life. How God give me these opportunities, that I have right now. And to be honest, I don't do marketing, in our business. But our clients, found me in my YouTube channel. And you know what they are telling me, Divine, I saw you in the YouTube and I saw how you are, very straightforward, you are sincere, that's why I'm reaching out to you to, to get your service. And that's what I'm doing right now. Like what I said, a while ago, this opportunity I'm giving to you is not to take advantage you, but to help you, because I believe that, God, you know, using me to be a channel, to deliver, his blessing to everyone. And I hope and I'm so happy, to see my students, how they become successful and how they are so happy, to that they are already, working from home and they have their clients, immediately after the training. And like what I said, that is my goal. And that should be your goal also. Na after the training, you will get the client, and you will start working from home. So again, whatever your plans, if you want to be a virtual assistant, if you want to be Amazon seller, or whatever your plans in life, commit and offer that to the Lord. And then whatever it is, He will establish your plans. Okay, so thank you again, everyone, for being with me. And I hope this webinar, again, I only do this, I will try my best to do twice a month, a webinar, to help you guys, to learn more about the freelancing. Okay, so thank you again, and uh, stay safe, okay? And always, pray to be safe always. And, whatever you need, information or anything, just message us here in the Facebook, and we will be happy to help you guys. So thank you, everyone. God bless.